Hello babes, and welcome to day 4 of our Sensual Self-Love Queen Challenge. Today is the Queen of Wands as our archetype. She is what I call the baddie, the mystical baddie, because she's just a badass. She's fully expressed. She has been through it. She's been through the flames. She's been through the depths of hell, whatever you want to call it. She's gone through the dark night of the soul, and she has risen and worn her darkness of the past on her. She wears it proudly like armor. So she's a baddie, she's a badass, and the wands represent fire. So she's like that fiery aspect within ourselves. So today's practice is going to be a breath work, and I invite you as we do this breath work to envision your inner fire activating. I always envision an inner flame here. And if you know your solar plexus, the color associated with it is yellow. You can imagine orangey. You can envision it growing here as we do this breath. So the first breath we're going to do is breath of fire, and you may be familiar with this breath. It's pretty simple. It's a quick exhale as you push the belly in. And the inhale's passive, so you don't think about it. If you are on your moon cycle or pregnant, just skip this first breath and just breathe into the solar plexus and envision this yellow-orange flame growing. So I like to see breath of fire as a fire activation within this area. And this is the area of our will power, of our ego. And ego is not a bad thing. It's our identity in this lifetime. It's who we are. It's what we stand for and what we don't stand for. So really activating that power within you through the element of fire, inviting the Queen of Wands in, which also represents creation. So you can rebirth as many times as you'd like, just like the Queen of Wands. So calling in her energy. We're also working with Kali. I felt called to add Kali into this journey. So calling in the fierce mother Kali Ma as well. You can place your hands on your solar plexus if you would like. It's just a couple of inches above the belly button right here. Holding it and closing the eyes. We're just going to do one round of breath of fire to activate that internal fire, that internal sun burning. So the rhythm of this as well is like a panting dog. So it goes quick exhale in, passive inhale. So hands over the solar plexus chakra, this energy center of your power, your inner power, your inner light, your inner flame, your passion for life. What gives you passion? So we begin this breath. Continuing, and envisioning every single little exhale, you're activating. It's like blowing on the flames, setting it growing, allowing it to grow around your body, around your being, around your aura, around the room that you're in. That's how powerful you are. Let yourself feel that power, sitting up nice and tall and really giving it your all with this breath. Your face muscles are relaxed. It's all coming from the solar plexus, growing that internal flame. Beginning to spread your arms wide as it grows. And then until they're completely spread. Continuing the breath, letting it fill your aura, letting it fill the room. Taking up space, being big. With the next inhale, holding it at the top, completely sucking in, sucking a little more if you can. Exhaling out of the mouth. Maybe moving the shoulders, loosening up a bit. Releasing tension. Now this next breath, we're going to do a sexual activation breath. So now we have this fire. Maybe your energy feels a little bit different just from that simple practice. Feeling that internal flame. And with this breath, you can sit the way that I am, but if it bothers your knees, you can just sit cross-legged. It might be easier for you. So with this breath, we are going to be rocking a little bit. So whichever way is easier for you to rock your pelvis. And we're going to be sucking through, and we're going to be sucking, imagining roots, and we're going to be sucking through our roots. So imagining there's a lotus at the base of the spine, at your root chakra, and this lotus has roots going down into Mother Earth, connecting you. When we suck up, we're sucking up her Shakti nectar, her Shakti energy, her motherly healing energy, her sensuality, her sexuality. Sexual expression is Shakti. So we're sucking up like a straw and envisioning it. Smiling a little, really letting this practice be enjoyable, feeling that fierce fire. Let it be erotic, let it be powerful. Don't hold yourself back here. Let yourself be fully expressed, however that looks. You're in a safe space here. We need to become comfortable with the sexual energy, with this energy. All sexual energy is life force energy, right? It's the same as in nature. If you go out to nature, you'll see sex. You'll see sexual energy everywhere, and animals aren't hiding it. We're the only beings on the planet that have shame around our sexuality and our body. And there are reasons for it. It's not a bad thing. We don't need to be all running around having sex naked, right? But we don't need to have the shame at the same time. So really allowing yourself to break through the fear, the walls that could be holding you back, the shame. We all have it. Literally everyone, unless you were born, which you would be very blessed. I have met people who are born in very conscious communities where they have no shame around their bodies and sexuality. But if you're not one of those like me, who have just been raised in regular society, then we have shame and trauma around our sexuality. And that's just the way it is. That's why we're doing this healing, so that we can change this pattern for our children, for future generations, if we have children or not. So closing the eyes, letting yourself be erotic, letting yourself be expressed. If you get turned on, that's such a good thing. If any emotions come up, that's amazing. You want emotions to come up. You want them to move through you. And if at any point it becomes too much, just place your hands down on the earth. Place on your womb and on the earth. Feel your connection. Know you're held. Know you're always safe. Everyone's journey is different. So if this ever becomes too much, any of the practices, sit with yourself, come back to them later when you feel that you're ready and safe to. If you have a lot of sexual trauma, then I definitely recommend, if you haven't, seeing a professional before you jump into practices like this, because it can bring up that trauma. And deep-rooted trauma needs to be healed often on all layers: the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, all layers. So seeing someone who works with the mind, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, seeing someone like me that works with energy, sexual energy, and also, being comfortable with your body, physical activity around body acceptance. So with all that being said, let's close the eyes and we'll do 2 rounds. If you want to do more rounds, I really recommend it, and then doing a dance afterwards. So we'll begin sucking up, and this inhale is like 100%, as much Shakti nectar that you can suck up, and then the exhale is going to be expressive, but about 60%, and then sucking up again 100%. Rocking the pelvis with the breath. Letting out any sound that naturally comes, continuing this breath. Maybe bringing your hands into it. Letting yourself feel your power, your fire. Let it be expressed. A little faster. Building up the energy, building up the internal flame, letting it move through you, letting your power be expressed, your sexual energy be expressed, anything that wants to be expressed. Let any sound come out. Last one, sucking completely up, 100%, as much as you can, all the way to the top, and breathe in a little bit more, holding it in, feeling what it feels like to have that Shakti, to be full of that Shakti essence. And release, shaking, moving, releasing tension, maybe shaking your arms, shaking your head, just shaking it all off, anything that came up. Shake it all off, babes. It's meant to be released, it's meant to be expressed. Let it be enjoyable, laugh if you want, let any emotion come out, be playful. Let anything, be aggressive, whatever comes. And just sitting with this energy that might have come up. We're gonna do another one, and I'm just not gonna guide you through this. You can just concentrate on doing the breath with me. Listen to me if you'd like, but keeping the eyes closed. Beginning. The next inhale, sucking up completely. A little more. Shake, 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 shake it all off. Keeping the eyes closed, placing one hand on the heart and one on the womb, physical or energetic womb. Feeling your connection between your heart and the womb. Noticing any energy that's moving that might have been still or stagnant before. Noticing if there's any activation within the body, within the energy center, from the root chakra to the crown, Noticing how your energy is flowing in this moment. Anything that's coming up, honoring it, honoring wherever you are exactly in this moment in your unique, beautiful journey back to yourself, back to your pleasure, back to your power. Knowing that you are safe to express. We are meant to express all parts. Our animal nature, our desires, it's all natural. Knowing you're safe in your body. You are safe to let go of the parts of you you're ready to let go of, and you are safe to step into your fullest potential, your fullest power. You're safe to fully be yourself. Bring our hands into prayer in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. And just to close this container, we'll do an Om together, coming back to the divine, the universal frequency that connects us to all. Taking a deep breath in. Allowing that vibration to calm your whole body. Sending so much love, sister. Thank you for taking this journey with me, for sharing this space, even over these little devices. I appreciate you. Satnam.